world overflooded by unpopular podcasts, one podcast will sink below the rest to reach new lows. 8-Bit Idiots, coming soon. And on that note, welcome back to the podcast. My name is Connor.
My name is Lindsay.
And welcome back to the 8-Bit Idiots.
That sounded like a like one of those late night talk show sort of things.
That's what I was going for, actually, so I'm glad you picked up on that.
Yeah, you got wine in hand. Looks like
ready for a good episode. As a father, I drink red wine now.
That's what led you to that, is it?
Yeah, like, he was born day one, and I was like, well, crack a bottle of red.
Get the red out.
I'm done with the scotch until he's at least 18, and then I can drink it disapprovingly.
Oh, so this is a price thing, not an actual, like,
good point.
as a dad, you've got to build a deck sort of thing?
That actually works. But no, I am very much of the opinion that I should build a deck now that I have fathered a child. It's basic genetics. Look it up.
So, we are the 8-Bit Idiots?
Yes, we are.
Are you actually recording right now?
I fucking record
I don't know.
the whole time.
It looks like you're tricking me.
No, I'm not.
We're the 8-Bit Idiots.
For the third time.
We're
just really once by me, twice by you. We're just really pushing the brand.
It's another one of those episodes.
Aren't all of our episodes like this?
Yes.
Well, glad you're sticking around for it.
We do a podcast on stuff.
Yes, stuff we like to talk about.
Games, TV shows, films.
We should have our brand solidly down by now.
Yeah, we should like write this out or something.
I just feel like it might get boring though if we, script it.
Yeah.
And that's what we do here.
Shoot from the hip.
We don't script things.
Yeah, so if you like what you hear or have heard, hit us up at 8bitidiots.pod.castos.com and all the same name for all our social media. We're on pretty well everything.
Literally everything.
Hit all of that up. All of it.
I'm even on Vero. See, you just gave me a confused look.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, Vero. It's the media platform that I'm pretty sure Zack Snyder exclusively uses nowadays because...
Oh, so we're up there with Zach.
Yeah, we're up there with Zach, mate. We're on there. Nobody else from what I can see.
Is it VERO?
It is correct. Yeah. Now, if you actually have a look at his page, he's just been posting a shit ton of Justice League behind the scenes, Man of Steel. Think of a DC movie he's worked on, he's posted a ton of behind the scenes photos on it. Quite interesting, actually, because he puts little... He's very interactive with the fans on there.
I hate you. Well, here's a photo from my latest movie. So interactive.
Yeah, it's real good. It's more like people asking him questions behind all these hidden visionary, and he's very...
He is a visionary.
Yeah, he's very heavy on the metaphors in his film and all that. So he explains a lot of that on Vero, which we are also on 8-Bit Idiots.
Never heard of it.
It's all right, I got your back covered.
As a co-owner of that Vero page, never heard of it.
You're welcome.
I don't think we're on LinkedIn, so if you're a professional trying to get in contact with us that way, don't.
It's a good point. How are we on Vero and not LinkedIn? Never mind.
We also... Do you want to do the sponsor thing now or later?
No, we'll do that later. Save it to the end.
Righto. It's at the end now.
Yep.
Or you can go back and listen to the last episode where it's at the start if you're desperate to hear that.
If you really want to, just re-listen to 10.5, I think.
11.
I'm all confused.
Too many glasses of
It's
wine.
this dad wine that I'm drinking here.
The dad wine? Do you mean like the mum wine is more what I associate that with?
Hey, mate, this is a decent bottle. It's down from $11 to $6.
Jeez.
Fuck yeah.
Classic imports.
All
right, what do you want to talk about? Because we've jabbered on enough about nothing.
We have, but that's what people come here for. I want to talk to you about something we always talk about. Batman.
I was going to say Batman, but I was a bit slow. I've got... Yeah, I'm just slow.
I've been drinking the wines. You haven't. Keep up.
I got chapped lips, so I was in the middle of like licking them.
That's weird. That's real weird. So,
I'll get rid of that.
Batman and his ninja aspect.
Yes,
what do you
Batman
know
Ninja.
about
I know relatively little. I still haven't watched it, even though it's been out for, a month now?
about that? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm quite excited for it. I like all these little movies that they put out in this way. Because I always find they're a lot more accurate in what I want. In most facets, they're more accurate to the comics.
Yeah, I've quite enjoyed them.
I know things like Batman Ninja is sort of out there, and they're all in their own little way, but I know if I'm going to be watching something like a Justice League movie or something, or a Batman-specific movie, that I'm going to be watching a true representation of the Joker, not Jared Leto.
Yeah, you were talking about that earlier this week.
I rewatched Suicide Squad again, and Jared Leto just...
You did have some things to say about that.
He just gets to me.
Yeah, you mentioned your slow decline of your opinion of his Joker.
He's like a roller coaster for me. He went he went flat, and then he spiked, and then he fucking dropped.
Was it the laugh?
No, that's like the epitome of him.
The epitome?
Nah, not really.
I was gonna say.
I don't know. He had like one scene where he sort of looked good, and then the rest of it, it's all trash.
I'm trying to think about what scene that would be.
It's when they break into like the place where their micro bombs were made.
Yeah.
They break into there, and he's like threatening the
that's
scientist. Yeah, that in that scene he looks good.
Yeah, that's all right. All right. Well, moving on from that.
Yeah, Batman Ninja.
Batman Ninja. So, do you know you want to give a brief description of this story?
I have avoided reading as much as I can because I enjoy.
Good. So you're
watching...
a useless podcast host for me.
No. As far as the story goes, basically Batman gets sent back in time to feudal Japan.
Yes.
Quite an out there sort of plot.
It really is. It's something that actually made me, want to watch it a little bit more. Like
I thought you didn't want to watch it. Oh no, you didn't want to watch it because you thought it was originally set in there.
Correct.
Like
I thought
Gotham
they were
by
just
Gaslight sort of thing.
Yeah. I thought they were just like, he's Batman. It's actually feudal Japan, and I'm not on board for that. But actually getting sent back in time and dealing with all that, yes, I'm down with that.
I think. Sorry, just to bring it back to Jared Leto again.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because I've been playing the Arkham series again, so I've got like this fucking. To me, Mark Hamill Joker
epitome
is just the pinnacle.
Yeah.
So when you see like the likes of Jared Leto, even Heath Ledger, it's just not up to par.
Yeah, I get that.
Anyway,
I 100% get that.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to watch this Batman Ninja.
I love all of these DC animated movies. Like, see, for me, DC animated soars above anything Marvel has ever put it out. I've seen a couple of Marvel ones. Just no,
they're not too bad. The Marvel ones, I don't mind some of them.
They're not bad. Like they're good comic book, TV, movies, whatever.
DC does shit on them.
But yeah, as far as these cartoons go, and especially the Batman ones, they are just really good, really good. So yeah, highly recommended. Looking forward to watching this one. Also haven't seen Gotham by Gaslight. It's another one.
Watch that. That is good.
Yeah, it's another one I've been meaning to get onto. So yeah, no, that should be good.
We'll have to, like, as a fan base, as a fan group, you know how Star Wars has May the 4th?
Yes.
We'll have to come up with a designated, like, DC day or a designated Marvel day so we can all come together as a community.
That would be nice.
And just, like, binge watch this shit.
Yeah, but see, there'd be too many arguments about which DC thing we're going to do or which, Marvel thing. I could imagine a lot of, like, even DC fans would be divided about... whether they like the movies or not.
Yeah, most DC fans hate the movies.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know about that.
I reckon
it'd be the DC fans don't mind it.
Yeah.
Like, they're probably pissed that they're not getting accurate and good representations of the characters they like.
We still like it.
It's probably the Marvel fans going, well, this is trash compared to the MCU.
Exactly right. So, moving on.
To the reviews of Batman Ninja, which is less than appealing. A solid 5.8 out of 10 from IMDb.
Yeah, but Rotten Tomatoes has given it 78%.
Well, IGN gave it 9.7. I don't know how these reviews work their shit out.
Neither do I.
Like,
honestly.
I was looking at the Deadpool 2 reviews,
yes.
and they've got an 8.2 from IMDb, an 83 from Rotten Tomatoes, and a 66 from Metacritic.
Damn.
And Metacritic did the same thing for Deadpool 1 as well.
I don't know. I think IMDb is very fan-based input. Isn't Metacritic sort of specific people
Probably.
putting their reviews up.
I don't know. I truly do not read reviews.
Yeah, I try to avoid them.
like,
I'll look at them after I've made up my own mind. On
Even
the movie.
that, I just don't give a fuck about other people's opinions too much because I'm very solid on my opinion, and it's pretty hard to change my mind on that.
Yeah, well, I've got a select few of people that I'll watch on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I've got a select few, say influencers, but I don't actual critics and stuff. I don't really take them to heart at all.
Hell no. Well, speaking of Deadpool 2, we saw Deadpool 2.
Yes, we did.
Initial reaction?
Quite positive.
Yep.
It's not as good as Deadpool 1, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot. It's got a lot going for it.
It does.
Except that fucking kid. Every scene he was in, man, I just brought the whole fucking movie down.
It was better than I expected, and
it wasn't.
I was fine.
It wasn't the scripting of the kid or anything like that. It's just I fucking hate his acting. Like he's a fantastic actor. Don't get me wrong. It's just I hate it. I hate what he does.
Classic New Zealand.
No, it's got nothing
teenager,
to do with that.
I'm assuming. I don't know.
Those classic New Zealand teens.
Those New Zealand teens. So edgy.
I don't know. It's just like I don't like Tom Hardy because of Tom Hardy's acting, but I know like he's a fantastic actor. I can recognize that. It's not for me.
Your ideas don't make sense to me. But that's all right.
Yeah, what did you like about Deadpool 2?
I liked I just sort of liked it in general. I'd say
that's specific.
Yes, I'd say it's a little bit stronger than 1. See, for me, I watched 1 twice when it came out. I don't think I've seen it since. Mainly, I would put it down to is that it is a small movie.
There's not much to it.
There is not much to it. There's a highway chase. And then there's some... The only bits I would watch are the actual bits where he's Deadpooling about. Like, I just want a supercut of that, and that's that movie done for me, because all the in-between bits with Vanessa, his partner...
I agree.
And, like, the bits leading up to him getting cancer and all that sort of stuff, great on a first watch, good on a second watch, don't need it for a third watch, I've seen it.
See, I felt like Deadpool 2 should have been shorter. I literally said to you in the cinemas, when, spoilers ahead for anyone listening, when they're at the prison and he gets like booted out of the prison,
Yep.
You see Cable stop himself and then he falls in that ice lake?
Yep.
Why the fuck did Cable not just climb straight back up, continue his rampage? He had his gun, he had all the tech he needed, just keep going, bro.
Maybe he was just tired.
DP is obviously out of the fucking way, just keep going. That should have been a much shorter movie. Purely from like plot making sense point of view.
Yeah, like, and until you pointed that out to me, I hadn't thought about it, but it makes a lot of sense.
Like, what you doing, bro?
Just go back up. I don't know. Maybe he thought there'd be more security. Less element of surprise.
He obviously had no trouble with security.
Yeah, he really didn't. He fucking tore that place apart. That was actually quite fun to watch. As a character, Cable was pretty good.
Yeah,
Josh Brolin
did very well.
did very well.
I've really come around to him. I wasn't wholeheartedly sold on Ultron. Like, he did great.
You mean Thanos?
Yes.
Yeah.
I wasn't wholeheartedly sold on Thanos. Like, he did fantastic in the role.
Yep.
But I wasn't particularly sold on his acting.
Mm-hmm.
But as Cable, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't normally like Cable, but I really liked him playing Cable.
Yeah, exactly. Couple other good characters of mention. You got Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Less of her, but...
Much less.
Yeah.
She was more like a cameo.
Yeah, she was, eh? I was hoping for more of her, but... I mean, hey, it was fun.
Hi, Yukio.
Hey, DP.
That was the best part of the whole movie.
That really was good. I loved all of that. What else happened?
Got my girl Zazie Beetz in there.
Zazie Boots.
Yeah, Domino. That was really well done.
Really well handled.
I was really worried about that. Going into it, I mentioned it in a previous episode, but it was really well done. And I love Zazie Beetz. I love her acting. And she did really well in the role. I'm very happy with that.
Yeah. And speaking of the cinematography,
she had a good central role.
She did. She wasn't pushed to the side or anything like that.
I thought
she became a good character.
I thought Terry Crews as Bedlam was going to have a much bigger role. And then no,
let's just say he didn't have
a role.
A role.
Yeah, and I'm stoked that they didn't do that to her.
Funny that you talk about Bedlam and Terry Crews. Wow, was that sort of, I don't know.
Yeah, that was real out
Caught
of
me off guard.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
It was good though. Like
It was
I liked
really
it
good.
because it really brought about the idea of, there's too much shit in these movies already. Fuck 'em, you only need a couple of central characters.
Yeah, it was really good. Just creative on the way they died. It was great.
Yeah.
It was it was really good. Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad because Terry Crews was out of the little X-Force group. Terry Crews was probably the only one that I would have been interested in besides
Phil.
Domino.
Oh.
You mean Peter?
Yeah, that one.
Like,
It was like DP. I can't remember his name.
basic white man. Yeah, so I was actually happy for the rest of them to just fuck off and die because I was not on board with any of those characters at all.
Yeah, no, not really.
Peter was good. Peter was funny. He was in there for the right amount of time. I saw a lot of promo about him.
Yeah,
and
well,
that really worried me.
he starred heavily in the trailer.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Well, not starred, but
yeah, but if you saw more clips and that, there was even a trailer, sort of dedicated to him. They did a little X-Force like sort of roll call trailer for each of them.
I like when they do stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't mind it,
Like
but
Thor's
sometimes
thing that he had where he had a roommate.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
was
I like
cool.
that. And
was cool.
then they actually have that again with the Grand Master.
Yeah, the Grandmaster at the end. Yeah, no.
I like those
Very
little
good.
trailers. They seem to me more like trailers for the fans rather than like just trying to push your brand and get people
Yeah,
hyped for
pull
the
you into
movie.
the movie.
Yeah, it seems more like little extras for the fans.
But see, that's the thing. Like, that's what this wasn't one of those. It was just like straight up content from the movie, which I was like, if there's more of this guy than what's in the trailer, it's going to be too heavy on the whole.
See, that's
hey,
why
this
I
dude's just
avoid.
walked in.
That's why I avoid trailers, so I can go in mostly like
Pretty neutral.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unbiased towards anything. Just ignore your phone going off. It's all good.
I'll put it on silent. It's fine.
No, it's fine. I like hearing when you get messages from people other than me.
Yeah, apparently. I'm just as confused as you, mate.
Yeah, I like the Juggernaut as well.
Juggernaut was great.
Yeah,
He was great.
because he was big, he was sizable, how he should be.
I'm loving the way. Okay, I love and I hate the way these characters are going. They're really comic book accurate. Colossus, like I'm talking like visual size wise,
Yeah,
awesome. Juggernaut, freaking awesome. 100% love the Juggernaut's look compared to old mate from Last Stand, X-Men 3 Last Stand.
Vinny Jones.
Chase? No,
Vinny Jones.
Vinny Jones. Like, he was funny, but
Yeah, he played it well, but it just visually it wasn't well done.
you know that was actually a rubber muscle suit that he's in? That's not him in that movie. That's a rubber
no
muscle
shit.
suit.
Vinny Jones is a big guy, and I'd be like scared to come up against him,
I
but he's
had-
definitely not that big.
I had no idea. Like, I don't know much about him. I've seen him in that movie and I think Eurotrip, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, 100%. Great visuals on these characters. Really, really.
Yeah, I really appreciate this this style that they're doing in this comic booky style. I really appreciate that. I don't need fantastic visual effects making it look the epitome of realistic because that's not familiar.
No.
I like these I like Juggernaut looking unrealistic.
Yeah,
because
like he looks weird, but that's the way he's always looked.
Bane.
See, it's fine.
See that you could do that in the DC universe now. Just make some fucking big dude in a mask, and
yeah, like he was huge.
just CGI in his body. It'd be fantastic.
It's fine. And like the CGI on this movie, I mean, yes, they've upped the budget for Deadpool 2, but the CGI in this movie looked fine. I couldn't see any scratchy moments. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen worse moments in Black Panther. There was a couple of really, really bad CGI moments in that. And some other notable, high-end Marvel movies. So good on them. The only thing, and I don't mean this against Ryan Reynolds or anything like that. Like, he is fit as all hell. I just wish, and the same with the first Deadpool movie. I just wish we had a bigger Deadpool.
Nah, that's how Deadpool should be for me.
For me, he should be tankier.
Buffer. You reckon?
buffer. Yeah, like
No.
bulging out, like
Deadpool's
almost weird.
to me, Deadpool's big. I think you're thinking of like earlier Deadpool comics, and in my opinion, he started to slim down to more like a Spider-Man sort of physique.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the later. Yeah.
Fun fact on the topic of Juggernaut, though, he's actually played by Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool 2.
No fucking way.
Yeah. So you want to talk about big?
Holy crap.
He get big.
Do that, but put a Deadpool suit on him. Yeah, but no, Stella. Good times.
Yeah. I also like the little tidbit that they throw in with Juggernaut.
Mm-hmm.
About him like wearing the helmet because of his brother.
That is pretty cool.
Because in X-Men 3, they're like, oh, why do you wear the helmet? And he's like, it keeps my face pretty. You're like, well, okay.
Yeah, because he's the Juggernaut, bitch.
He is the Juggernaut, bitch.
In case anyone didn't know who he was.
Uh,
But yeah, I think it's his stepbrother to Xavier, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's mad.
he's not actually a mutant, is the thing.
Yeah.
He gets his powers from a stone. I can't remember what it is,
Yeah.
which stone it is.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah. Do you have anything else to say on Deadpool 2?
A little bit more on Juggernaut. Yeah, I don't know. They just had a stellar joke with the Juggernaut bit. Really good. I'm not gonna say it here, but
Oh, I want to know what it is.
it's that hey there big guy, sun's getting real low.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking floored me.
That was pretty good.
That is one of the jokes in there. I'm thankful it wasn't in the trailer. I'm thankful Juggernaut wasn't in the trailer.
Yeah.
You know,
I was genuinely sort of like in my head when they were talking about the monster in the thing.
Yeah,
they showed
yeah.
the big thing.
Yep.
I was genuinely running through my head like the roster that Fox has that they could have put out.
And I didn't even think of that. I just went, I have no idea who this is.
Yeah, I didn't actually come across Juggernaut because they used him in X-Men 3 and he was such a fucking flop.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he wasn't a flop, but yeah, I thought because that was such a flop that they weren't going to use him
expect to
again.
pull him out,
No.
especially in this size and magnitude.
Yeah, no, it was good though. Very good.
All in all, rating
8.
8.
8. Yeah.
8.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it and I'd watch it again.
Yep.
They had a lot of great references. The action scenes were on point. Maybe, but the best part of the movie for me was like right at the start where he was doing, as you said, the Deadpool scenes where it's just going
Those
from
little
like hits
clips.
to hits to hits, and yeah, and that,
Love him.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought there was too many references to the first movie.
I'm okay with that.
Nah, for me that's sort of annoying. It's sort of like, yeah, it was successful, but you don't need to play on it again and again. You know, like doing the slow motion scene where something's happened, then going back and explaining it again, then going back to that slow motion scene, and then the slow motion like car or truck turning over scene, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll make it a 9 purely because of Domino.
All right. I was
And-
going to go an
and-
8.3.
And she was like the fucking the push to get to that 8
Yep.
anyway for me.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's good. Look, good supporting characters in this one.
Oh fuck yeah.
And Al was back doing a thing.
That baby leg scene's pretty good.
Fuck that baby leg scene. Like, actually, before that happened, one last note. Before that happened, I was wondering. I was like, "Are we gonna get like a baby hand moment in this?" We hadn't seen it, and then like literally 5 minutes later, he got torn in half, and I went, "Holy shit, he's gonna grow half his body back."
I was wondering how they were going to handle that actually, and because like I've seen other forms of media where, you know, he gets his arm chopped off and he needs to get that arm and put it back on and then let it heal up like that and it'll
Yeah.
reattach itself.
Yep.
I was wondering how they would handle him getting ripped in half.
Yeah, I thought they were actually gonna just sort of.
Yeah,
it back
I
together.
thought that too. 'Cause I swear they took his legs with him.
It was hard to tell. It was real hard to tell.
I don't know. I don't know.
We'll check it out when we rewatch it. It's fun.
It's funny how the Deadpool movies are so appealing to me because I realized
Fox, right?
yeah. No, I realized the other day I was sort of rattling off my list of superhero movies I still need to watch.
Yeah.
Because I said I'm up to date now except for Justice League and Black Panther.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm so not. There's
You're
so
really
many X-Men movies I haven't watched, but I just completely blanked on them. Like I don't even count them as superhero movies.
No, they're very I don't know. It's just it's a movie you'd watch before another genre of movie, I guess.
Yeah,
But
it's just what Fox has done to their franchise. They're so inconsistent. Like I think it was First Class, X-Men First Class.
so good.
That really brought me back to the X-Men series, and then I just got lost again.
Yeah, they
Still got to
sorta,
watch Logan.
Yeah, they sort of fumbled it. Logan, great. I like that as a superhero movie. I like that as a general film. I would peg it actually as a normal movie rather than superhero because that's the way they've styled it.
Well, all props to Hugh Jackman on that, by the by. He actually took a pay cut so that it would keep its R rating.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that
exactly.
The losses it would make on an R rating.
And
he
I think
took a pay cut for
and
that.
I think
yeah.
they did it really tactfully. It wasn't just because they wanted to say fuck a lot. It's not because they wanted.
No, it's just to make
things.
it was just to make Wolverine fucking brutal.
Exactly. It was just to make Wolverine how Wolverine actually is.
Yeah.
So good on them. That is one that we need to watch.
I do. Yeah, I'll get around to that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm in a weird mood at the moment. I really like flip flop between Marvel and DC. Sometimes DC is always my preference.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm just super in the mood for Marvel, and that's all I want to watch. And normally that's when something new Spider-Man related comes up. And and then other times I'm just like DC gung ho DC. Like I'm at the moment of a DC binge watch for the movies. I'm in the middle of playing the Arkham series again, even though I've got 20 other games ahead of it. I'm inhaling DC.
Yeah, like I'm the same as far as movies that I actually own. Mine are DC. I'm pretty sure I've got 2 Marvel movies that I actually own. That's Avengers and Captain America: Winter Soldier.
I've got all the Marvel movies, but they're all Barley ripoffs.
That doesn't count.
Oh, okay. Well, then I only own DC.
Yeah. So it's like, but yeah, same thing. I'm just sort of more DC, even though the films aren't as some would say good.
It just annoys me.
Like them.
It annoys me how much more Marvel's just got their shit together.
Yeah, like
it's like they all came together, sat down, and had a meeting. And then went, all right, we've come to a conclusion. This is what we're doing. And then DC, they're all just sort of texting each other, but still going ahead with it before they get a reply.
Or it's like, they're misreading text.
Yeah.
They're thinking like someone's saying it in a certain tonal way.
Yeah. It's like, I've got this guy, Zack Snyder. Should we go ahead with him? I'm going ahead with him. And then all these other guys are like, no.
It's too late. He's already made 3 movies.
No, I don't mind.
By the way, does he have a Vero account?
Should we make Killer Croc like big, like the way he should be? Should we make him like Juggernaut size or Bane size?
Nah, let's make him even smaller than fucking Tom Hardy's Bane. It'll be right.
Bro, he's smaller than the Navy SEALs he's standing next to when he goes into that sewer scene and you see him crawl down into it. He's smaller than the guys next to him.
Like, props for the actor for getting
he acts all tough and shit.
Yeah, props for the actor for getting in a giant rubber suit, but fuck your character portrayal, man.
Oh, man. Seriously, worst part about that movie is the scripting. Yeah, 100% the scripting. And Jared Leto.
We shouldn't be talking about
No forgiveness.
We shouldn't be talking about this.
Everything he says sounds so fucking fake. Like you watch even Mark Hamill doing voice acting, you watch it and it sounds so fluid, so genuine. And then everything Jared Leto says sounds like he sort of said it and then taped it later and said, "Yeah, this will sound all right, I guess." And he's sort of acting along to this like voice prompts.
This idea that he's got.
Yeah, he's like Britney Spears lip syncing the Joker.
Oh God, no. Suicide Squad is another discussion. We need to get off this.
All right, back on to... Well, seeing as we're already talking about superhero movies,
you got something?
We haven't talked about the Antman and Wasp trailer yet.
We have not. Another one that I'm sort of iffy on. Like, it's there, but it's not... It doesn't have stakes to me. Like, it's a Marvel movie.
It's just a whole lot of meh.
Yeah, like, but... for a movie to, pull me in, it's got to have a little bit of stakes and a little bit of...
I might start calling X-Men X-Meh. Anyway,
I hate you because that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's got nothing to it.
Like, it looks like a fun movie.
Honestly, it seems like more of an advertisement to get people on board with Wasp.
Well, it is, actually. That's 100%. If you've seen the second trailer, that is 100% what that movie is.
I've noticed Wasp being pushed a lot more in like the games and the TV series and the cartoons and stuff like that as well.
100% reckon the next movie is just going to be called The Wasp because Ant-Man couldn't keep up.
Yeah, Ant-Man will probably like trap himself in the subatomic size or something, and
Yep.
it's up to the Wasp to get him back, and then that'll be the movie.
100%, 100%. I really love Paul Rudd, obviously.
Yeah.
I love his giant Ant-Man laugh that he does every time he's giant Ant-Man. It's great. A++. Love it.
Do you want to give us a demo? How's that go?
Hang on. Let me get in the minute.
You had it before.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
So you think you can hear it? All right, hit me with it. Get. Nah, it needs to be a bit more fat up with it. Like fat up with like.
All right. That was pretty good.
Fuck, this podcast is a travesty.
I made myself feel fatter.
I'll say that. You
So I
should
did
say
that.
it right now.
I shrunk my neck in.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, love Paul Rudd. Love him. Think he's good. Missed him out on Infinity War. It was quite
Yeah.
sad to see him not there. But yeah, he gets shit on by Wasp.
Oh yeah.
That's what this trailer is all about. It shows like how much he needs to learn, which could be a good character growth point.
I mean, he does sort of get shit on in Ant-Man himself by the Hornet. No, not the Hornet.
The Yellow Jacket.
Yeah.
Did I just get that right?
Yeah.
I pulled that out of my ass. It was great. I just sort of pictured the character and he's yellow and he wears a jacket. Fucking nailed it.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's just I'm not excited for it, but I wasn't excited for the other Ant-Man, and it was pleasantly surprising.
Yes. Do we know who this one's directed by? Like, what the one?
Was that English?
Yes. Peyton Reed. Peyton?
Patton.
No, that's Peyton. Peyton's a girl's name. You're definitely not a girl. You're a bald man with glasses. What else have you done? Yes Man. Oh, you did the first Ant-Man, which was meant to be directed by...
Surprise. This guy looks like Jim Rash.
Who?
Jim Rash from Community.
The Dean.
Oh, he did it. He did Bring It On too.
No way.
That's sweet cheerleading movie.
Nope.
Oh,
Not
he's
talking
done a
about
few
that.
New Girl episodes too.
Ah, good on him. Good on him. Yeah. So that's that. That's Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a trailer. There's not much to it. There's nothing to talk
Not
about.
much to it. Literally, the whole trailer is just the Wasp shitting on Ant-Man, and it's fine. That'll be good. I'll watch it.
Just don't advertise it as an Ant-Man movie.
Well, it's Ant-Man and the Wasp this time.
Yeah, well,
Like I'm saying, it's a trilogy of the Wasp becoming the Wasp and like shitting all over Ant-Man because he doesn't have wings, and he should have fucking wings.
he'll go off and do something else after this.
As I mentioned earlier, Ant-Man is slowly becoming Giant Man.
Do you mean Giant Man?
Oh, very nice. On the fly, very good.
No, that's like hella old. It just
Is
gets
it?
brought up every time. Giant. I just remember
I'm
reading.
embarrassed now.
I remember reading a vinyl pop, and it was like one of the big vinyl pops,
Yeah.
and it was literally GIANT man.
God.
Yeah,
So
so
I thought you were smart for a second there.
No, wait, forget that anecdote. That was all me.
Brilliant. You're amazing.
Keto.
You been watching anything recently, man?
Well, I was gonna say, do you want to talk about Star Wars Resistance at all?
Ooh.
Because we're sort of just jumping from thing to thing with a lot of little things. So here's another little thing.
Yeah, this is called Newsweek.
There's fuck all information about this. But what little information we have seems to be, it's inspired by anime, so it's going to have a different sort of animation by the looks of it to the previous Star Wars cartoons.
I'm actually looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. The thing I find weird is all the information that I got about it says that it's going to feature BB-8.
Yep.
But it's about a completely new pilot named Kazuda Ziono, something like that. Anyway, but it seems to be like he's pretty much exactly the same character as Poe. And that like he gets recruited by the Resistance. He's a great pilot, and he goes and spies on the First Order a bit.
Cool.
And have you read that Tales before the Force or before the Awakening or something?
I haven't.
That's basically the plot of the Force Awakens for Poe's little for that book for Poe's little section.
Yeah, well, I think Oscar Isaacs and Gwendolyn Christie have been
they're going to star in it because they're actually playing Poe and Captain Phasma.
Yeah, which is yay for Poe, whatever for Phasma. 2 movies in, she's yet to do anything. Whatever, who cares?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
maybe she might get somewhere in her in this
iteration.
Thank you.
Well, let's be honest. There's a lot of characters that were nothing in the movies and then were quite good in the cartoons.
Correct.
Like Plo Koon.
Plo Koon, yeah, Plo Koon, very good. Hell, even Kit Fisto. Kit Fisto was a good character, but Clone Wars, upped him to be a...
I love my Fisto.
Yeah.
Love a good Fisto.
Good old Fisto in the arvo.
Hey, one might even argue Maul or Boba Fett. I mean, they got a cult following long before the TV shows.
One might say that, yeah.
They were expanded upon quite well. But it's got a lot going for it, I think. It's got animators from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the old Star Wars Rebels, your publishers, producers, all that sort of stuff from all the old Star Wars TV series. I'm not super into this whole time period that they're setting it in. I'm not super into the...
Would you prefer older? Like, you talking like a Ridge Tridge, maybe?
Yeah. I'd prefer something... Well, they've already done that, though. They've done the Clone Wars, which was prequel series. Rebels, which was original. Like, it makes sense to do this. I'd want, like, a prequel TV series.
Yes.
Something set around, I don't know, maybe Kenobi growing up.
Oh, hell yeah. If you've ever read the Jedi Apprentice books, which were out when I was a kid back in the day, they were great. I loved them. I frothed Obi-Wan as a young Padawan.
I don't know. Maybe do a TV series around like the Clone Army being created. That plot,
It's sort of like, how do you mean? Like they're...
Like Master Cypher DS being killed and all that sort of stuff.
The actual
he
inception of it.
Yeah, he wasn't seen at all in any of the movies or TV series, so I reckon...
No, which is something that always sort of confused me as a kid. Like, was Count Dooku Cypher DS? Was he pretending to be? Was Cypher DS ever actually...
Yeah, he was.
Something? Yeah, like, I know it now
You know it all now, but when you go into that, yeah.
Going into it, like, I had no idea.
Or maybe even take it further back to the Knights of the Old Republic series. Like, I'm still salty about that, but give me a TV show about it, I'll be stoked.
Well, people have been, clamoring for that for ages.
Shit, yeah.
Like, I mean, ages. And I don't know, something about it. I think they just want to give themselves as much breathing room as possible.
I don't know, it's just...
Which doesn't make sense to me.
I'm pretty salty. Like, I like The Last Jedi and I like The Force Awakens, but I'm just pretty salty on the whole time period because of a few little things that get to me. And so I'm not looking forward to this.
Yeah, I am. I like the animation style.
Yeah,
like
I do prefer it for that.
Like, I've sort of come back around to it. There was a long time where anything anime was just whatever.
Yeah, because of the people that watch it. Yes, I understand.
100%.
I look in the mirror after I watch anime and I'm like, fuck you.
Do your eyes just go weird?
Yeah. And, like, my neck beard comes out a bit more.
I can definitely see that.
But there's, it looks like there's a pretty good voice cast already lined up. They've got, for me, they've got Josh Brenner, who's one of the main characters in Silicon Valley. They've got Donald Faison from Scrubs. I was just talking about him before, Jim Rash from Community. He's going to be on it. So, I don't know. There's a lot to look forward to, sort of. I'm just very ambivalent on it.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of whatever for me at the moment.
Would you pay a Disney subscription to watch this show?
I'd pay a Disney subscription for other things, and then I would watch this show.
Fair enough.
Simple.
That works.
Like, I'd actually pay for it for Rebels.
Yeah. Well, again, that's one of the things we haven't had access to without buying a $50 box set for one season.
I still haven't finished Rebels. Like, it's just, it, and that annoys me that they don't cater more to the likes of us. They cater to parents that are going to buy this over expensive thing to shut their fucking kid up.
Yeah, fuck those people.
sell it to, if you sell it at a more reasonable price, you'll get more adults buying it at that reasonable price, you know? Less people inclined to download it all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because, at the moment,
Yeah, it's fucking expensive.
not working. Well, other Star Wars news that's popping up about since Solo has been released. Jon Favreau is talking about his live-action Star Wars series.
I've seen 2 things for this. What have you heard?
Well, mainly about the time period, which is something that a lot of people have been, questioning, chasing after. That's probably been the most that people want to know about.
I think it was pretty obvious when he was going to do it, to be frank.
Well, yeah, so it's looking like it's placed 7 years after the Battle of Endor.
Surprise! After
Between
in this
original
new time
trilogy
frame, yeah.
and the prequel, sequel.
There was no
trilogy.
way it was going to be prequel time frame. No way.
I think they're just going the wrong way about this whole.
I think Disney has basically just scorched earth the prequels. They've gone,
they have.
fuck the Clone Wars. Let's get rid of this shit.
I don't think they understand that. People do like this. Regardless
after
of
the
what,
fact.
Yeah, regardless of what.
After the box office.
Yeah, after the box office, and regardless of what you say about the prequel movies, there are people who like it.
I love it.
We love it. We grew up on it. Most people who were kids when it was released, us being 2 of these people, love it.
Most Star Wars fans these days, let's be honest, grew up watching. That's just an age thing. They grew up watching, the prequels.
Yeah, and just as original trilogy fans will shit on these new sequel movies. You've got kids growing up with these 2 movies, Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, being their first experiences with Star Wars. Who are going to love it 20 years down the track, and they're going to defend those ones. I mean, to another trilogy in the future. It's always going to happen as what you were introduced on, what you grew up on.
I love everything Star Wars puts out, so
exactly.
I'm whatever. But prequels is near and dear to my heart.
We poke fun at this shit like no end, though.
Yeah,
Prequel.
Every line in the prequels is a meme.
Is a fucking meme.
Yep.
Proven. Jedi things. Just meme Facebook pages.
Yeah.
For Star Wars.
Every line in the prequels is a meme.
Every fucking line. And that's okay.
And if it's not, we'll figure out how to make it.
We'll make it. So whatever. They weren't the best of movies. We love them regardless. We'll make fun of them.
Give me more content in it. So even everyone will agree. Even the guys who don't like the prequels love the Clone Wars.
Clone Wars was really good. It took on a different approach. It got a little bit more grounded.
There was
the
a
Jedi
few
aspect.
Shit episodes here and there.
Jar Jar Binks episodes.
3PO's big day out.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, so there were those which I actually genuinely skipped, if I'm going to be honest. So I can't claim to seeing all of the Clone Wars. I think there was a 3-part series where it just followed droids and a little
that little
frog.
shitty Yeah.
I skipped all of those.
That was terrible.
I made the conscious decision that if I didn't skip those, I wouldn't finish the series. So
that's fair.
Yeah. But that's based in the prequel trilogy era. And it was successful. People were fuming when it got rid of.
All right, off topic. That was very off topic. But let's get back to, do we have any more information? Because like I said, I've heard 2 very specific bits of info about Jon Favreau's TV series.
Okay, what else you heard then?
Star Wars Underworld was the main thing that I heard. Can you confirm that or not?
I myself have not heard this.
Well, basically, to me, not to me. To me personally.
To you.
No, it's going to be set around the huts and bounty hunters and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Sort of like what we were talking about with 1313, but a TV series, a live action TV series.
Man, that'd be good as a game.
Yeah, if only someone would take that on. Anyway, and the other thing I've heard is there's going to be a live action Maul series.
Is that right? Funny
that's a rumor.
Yeah?
I'm not sure whether there's anything confirmed about that.
Okay, well, what do you know about this rumor here?
That there's a live action Maul series being proposed.
Oh my god, that is a rumor.
Thanks.
No worries.
Thanks for crushing my hopes and dreams.
That would be
just like a Kenobi movie.
Yeah, I'm not on board with this.
Yeah,
I don't like this idea. Live action?
I don't like the idea of live action. Yeah,
not at all.
Unless you get the same dude doing flippy shits and stuff,
Yeah,
and
Ray-
give him no lines.
Ray Parks, I'm pretty sure, who had his lines dubbed over by someone with a more manly accent, I think it was.
Funny that happened to somebody else in the Star Wars series.
Yeah, George Lucas, good for doing that, eh?
Yeah.
Really sort of
No, my
fucking over
absolute
his actors.
my absolute favorite part was that like nobody told David Prowse, who was the body actor for
Yeah.
Vader, that all these lines got dubbed over. So he was going saying all these lines like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And then he went to the premiere, saw, and then just like came up to his first line of fucking what's the lines like? Where's the plans or something like that?
Yeah,
Anyway,
something like that. And
came
just
up to his
heard-
first line, and then James Earl Jones' sultry tones came out.
Can you imagine like him being at the premiere and like seeing James Earl Jones and be like, oh, you know,
What are
hey,
you doing here?
What do you do in the movie? Oh, I just voiced some lines. Oh,
Fuck.
okay, nice. See you later. And then fuck, I would have walked out if I was him.
Do you know how hard it probably would have been for him to convince people he was Darth Vader?
Oh, it would have been
Because-
impossible.
No,
Even-
who honestly reads the credits except like people super into the industry?
Exactly, and then even in the Return of the Jedi, they take the mask off, and it's
And it's
another,
Sebastian Shaw.
Yeah, Sebastian Shaw, another fucking actor.
Oh, David, I feel so bad for you, bro.
There is actually a movie out there on Netflix. I think it's called Behind the Mask. Yeah, about him. I've been meaning to watch it. It's on my list, but yeah, it's real sad. But at the same time, he was actually, since that, he was known for leaking secrets about the Star Wars movies.
Good on him. I'd be so salty if
Oh,
I
I
was
would
him.
be too. Like, I completely get where he's coming from. Like, I can't believe he came back and he did Empire and he did Jedi. Like, shit. Like, you're a better dude than I am, apparently.
I mean,
if you would do that. But it was funny. There was an interview on Graham Norton with Mark Hamill and them talking about how the Luke, Luke, I am your father reveal was something completely different.
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it was.
Well, no, his reaction was genuine in that as well because he wasn't told that info. Only James L. Jones was told that.
No, I think Hamill was told that as
No,
well.
because his reaction was supposed to be genuine
Mm.
in that. Because I've seen interviews with Mark Hamill about that as well.
Okay, yeah.
We'll
Well,
look this up after.
Mm.
But fun fact, David Prowse was actually a bodybuilder as well.
yes, he was. He was, yeah, quite big. Well, he's a tall dude as well. So
Yeah.
No, there you go.
Poor fella. Anyway, yeah,
Poor
fuck Maul.
fella. Yeah, no, I don't. Honestly, the only thing I would want from Maul is a game, like we were talking about, where I could actually play as a character. I don't.
Or a TV show.
No, not even, man. Not even a cartoon TV show. I've
Really?
seen enough of him.
I loved him. I loved him in Clone Wars.
Yeah,
Have you seen the Rebels stuff where he fights
I've only seen clips
Obi-Wan?
on Facebook.
Oh, well, it's really good. I haven't actually seen the whole thing either, but
Doesn't
it's a good
last for
fight.
like 5 minutes, if that.
It's a good fight.
It's good. It's good. Good fight. Good fight.
I don't know. I like it. I like Maul.
You know, to me, dude, we'll bring this up to no end. He's the Joker of the Star Wars universe. Overpopularized
Yeah,
too much.
I
The
guess.
only way I would, feel with the character and be interested in it is if I was literally playing as that character. So no
Yeah,
go. I'm telling you,
would love to
Disney.
play as it.
Yeah, I would love to play as it too, but I'm telling you, Disney, don't make this. Just make me a fucking Kenobi film, live action, using Ewan McGregor as an older person. Fuck you if you don't do this. That's my rant over.
Yeah, if you don't use Ewan McGregor, like if you pull a straight up DC Grant Gustin bullshit thing and don't use him, then you done goofed hard.
Done.
Quick sidebar: do you reckon DC is going to completely avoid putting Green Arrow in their movies?
For a while, yes. Until they get the formula right, I reckon.
No, I think it would be a bad idea because so Stephen Amell is Arrow, Green Arrow, and he's so popular as Green Arrow, despite its trash fight scenes.
Yeah.
And he definitely won't be in the movies after what they did to Grant because he was pretty fuming about that.
He was pretty hyped up to be in the movies and he was
Yeah.
pushing it hard.
So do you reckon they're just going to avoid it because there'd be so much backlash if he wasn't cast as Green Arrow?
I reckon he'll come in as an old character, similar to the Dark Knight Returns comics and movie,
Yeah.
I reckon they will put him in as an old grizzled.
Because there was a period where I swear they were pushing Green Arrow a lot. When this Arrow first came out, it felt like they were pushing Green Arrow a lot in the franchise.
Yeah.
Like, I was just seeing a lot more Green Arrow stuff. And
Yeah, I mean, it goes with the times. It's just, it ebbs and
guess.
flows.
All right, let's round out the rest of this episode with something that we have wanted to talk about for a little bit.
Yes.
Nothing too exciting, but, you know, just a show we both watched at the same time, which is fairly rare.
This is a really rare occasion, so soak it in.
You wanna intro?
Oh, you want me to introduce it?
Yeah. Well, you're the one that's slightly more excited. You
The
watched
show
it slightly less recently.
Is
More recently.
Happy! The happy horse was full
Oh,
of fun.
fuck.
Of course. Yeah, I know that bit.
I regret not introing it.
Yeah, you said, do you want to intro it? And I'm like, fuck, I've got an opportunity. Boy, did I take it. So, Happy.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It is pretty good.
Yeah, I liked it.
A American-based comedy
Well,
about
yeah,
a
drama comedy.
drama comedy about a degenerate ex-cop
Turned hitman.
turned hitman. You'll find all this information in the trailer, of course, but we'll give you the brief rundown. Turned hitman, looking for a kidnapped girl in the end.
Yep.
Helped along by
An imaginary
an imaginary
unicorn
friend.
horse. Yeah.
Unicorn horse.
I just the premise of it, like, it was a little bit weird, but it was believable weird.
Yeah, it kind of was, eh?
And then it gets weirder
gets slowly weirder, but the thing with it
when
is
the fucking horse goes to, like, imaginary friend AA meeting, whatever you want to call it.
yeah, like that's at the point where it's like, oh, okay.
Imaginary friend therapy.
Yeah, like you've dealt with one imaginary friend throughout the whole season so far, and then the fact that there's more of them, for some reason, that's when it gets unbelievable.
It's like they were just grasping for ways to bring the plot together a bit, so they went, well, let's do it this way.
Yeah.
But, you know, in the world it works, I guess.
For the universe that they've created, it's great. You've got Christopher Maloney
I
playing
think he does a really good job.
so good.
And he does a really good job of showing his acting range. You know, like,
Very much so.
I only
Pip-
really know him from Law and Order,
Yeah.
for one, which he sort of does in this. And then I know him from Man of Steel
Yes.
as well,
Yes.
he plays a sort of similar role. Like,
yeah, he plays like the military figure.
yeah. And then in this, he plays fucking degenerate.
Yeah, a drug abusing ex-cop hitman who takes pleasure in, killing. He's good at it.
Yeah,
And all this
very
stuff.
good at it.
Very enjoyable to watch. You've got Patton Oswalt playing Happy, the imaginary horse friend. I thought from the trailers, I thought he would be annoying. Pleasantly
He was.
surprised.
He was fucking annoying.
He wasn't as annoying as I expected. Okay, he's annoying by your standards.
Yeah, I guess
Sure.
I hated the kid in God of
hate-
War,
you
so
hate the kid in God of War. You hate the kid in
I hated him from the
in
name.
Deadpool 2. You
Happy.
hate that's exactly right. Other characters in there. You've got
Smoothie was really good. I
Smoothie
enjoyed
is a
basically any time he was on scene.
great character.
And then he went fucking weird.
Yeah, the whole show just goes.
Yeah, the whole
weird.
show turns
the whole
around.
show is really upside down, and it's great. I would definitely give it a watch. There is supposedly a second season coming. For anyone who doesn't
See,
know,
I find that weird.
yeah, it
little
is,
bit.
but it is based on a comic series.
I thought I was wondering how they were gonna round out to a second season at the end, and then they brought it round, and I was like, fuck, all right.
Yeah, exactly. You've got actor Richie Costa, which you might know as one of the mob bosses from Dark Knight. He's one of the Italian ones.
Yeah. He's that guy that's got so much like mouth noise when he talks.
Oh,
He's like-
so good. So many good mouth noises.
Every time he opens his mouth, just all you can hear is just like lips smacking and
Really
just,
good. Italian mob boss. That's what that's his character. So yeah, a bunch of like a really good like main character and secondary characters to keep you invested. It doesn't follow Nick
And-
Sachs, your main character, doesn't follow him entirely throughout
Yeah,
the series.
goes to his wife and ex-partner.
Yeah, ex-partner.
Or ex-wife and ex-partner.
Yeah, so very, very likable.
Yeah, no, it was a good show. I enjoyed it. And I binge watched it, which is all it takes to get a good show from me.
Yeah, I smashed it in about a week, I would say, which is pretty good on my behalf.
Yeah, on your
considering
time schedule.
Yeah, my busy schedule. So, but on the whole, I would give it a 9 as a TV series.
I give it a 7.5.
Giving it a 9. I don't know why. I would say mainly for the main character.
Yes,
Sass.
yeah, 100%.
He definitely
he carries it.
Carries it.
Yeah.
Happy not being as annoying as I thought he was from the trailer. That brought it up for me as well. So that's purely based on my pre-existing notion of what the show would be like.
Yeah,
It gets that higher rating.
He fucking drives it.
Very interesting, and a character with depth. So that's good to see. Very good to see. Other Netflix things I've been binging and finished. The Alienist. So it's a little different to me.
Yeah, how's that go?
It is pretty good. It's a show set in 1896 America, New York. It's basically follows a psychologist trying to track down a killer, to put it simply. Pretty good. Characters are interesting. Goes up and down, I would say.
Have you watched Dirk Gently? Yep.
No, that's one of the ones I've always wanted to watch purely because of Elijah Wood.
Watch it, man. It is good, and it's good in a. It takes the whole season to fucking round out the plot well. It's one of those good shows where the whole season you're going, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
And then at the end, it all fucking sums it right back up to the first episode. And I love that shit. I love it.
So do I.
Yeah.
So do I. Anything like that. Alienist sort of does touch on that. So, again, why that kept me interested. So, yeah. What else have you been watching?
Not a lot, actually. I've been watching a lot more anime. Agretsuko. It's on Netflix at the moment. It's a little anime show. It's basically revolves around it's sort of BoJack Horseman like, where all the characters are animals and stuff like that. It's basically around a typical working accountant chick.
Yep.
Who takes all her work frustrations out on death metal. Like
cool.
Screaming. It's really good and it's very funny as well.
All right. What's it called again?
Agretsuko.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Something else on Netflix that you recently brought to my attention: Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
So keen to watch that. Just a little kids TV show.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Good to have on. I might try and get my kid into it. I don't know. He's a bit young, but fuck it, I'll force it upon him.
Nah, he'll be right. He'll just love all the colours and the noises and Robin shouting all the time. And
Yeah, if you haven't looked up Robin's voice actor for Teen Titans,
creepy looking.
Don't. Just don't. That's my best advice.
Two things I want to point out on that.
Yes.
One, there's one episode in Teen Titans Go where Robin's trying to like compete with Aquaman for Starfire's attentions. That's like the best episode. Fucking hilarious. And two, I'm currently going through a list of upcoming DC films. There's an untitled Nightwing film, and I think I just came in my pants.
Oh my god. This is breaking news on the podcast, live as we speak.
I don't think it's breaking. This article's written a bit ago, but
it's breaking news.
We are way over time though.
We are. So we will call it here.
This episode has been sponsored by the platform that hosts us, Castos. Once again, Castos is just fantastic. It is so simple, so streamlined. And it's great for beginners because it sets everything up for you. You don't need to worry about a goddamn thing. And anything that you do worry about, you email straight to their help section and they're back to you in not even 24 hours, less than that. And it basically fixes pretty much all your problems. Yeah. And Craig, who we've been dealing with, nicest guy you'll ever come across.
He really is. Really good guy. They've got like you said, with the help, they've got a good FAQ section. And anything that you don't see on there, they'll happily answer, and they update that regularly, so it is always handy. And
if you're not a beginner, you can directly transfer your WordPress or anything like that, and it's good for beginners and advanced people, so jump on it.
Yes.
There is a link in our description.
That's the only one you need to click.
Yeah, click that. Well, no, click all our links because they're all stuff relative to us. So like, subscribe to all that.
This is also true.
But also, click the link to the Castos. Sign up for it. You won't regret it.
Mm-hmm. Make that podcast, yo.
Yeah, it's good fun.
It is good.
Do
fun.
it. Do it as a hobby.
Yeah.
And very amenable price considering all the stuff that you get for it. Unlimited uploads.
Just easy.
Yeah, that's all we can put it down to.
Yeah, seriously,
We were
is
just like
easy.
stumbling in the dark, banging our heads against the wall, trying to figure out how to get our stuff online.
Literally, figuratively, all of the above.
Anyway, click that link.
Click it.
Once again, we've been the 8-Bit Idiots.
You are Lindsay.
You are Connor.
Yeah, flipped you, didn't I?
Yeah, I'm confused by this.
Fucked you around.
8bitidiotspod.castos.com and all the same for all our social media. Hit it up.
Look at it. Click on it. Thank you and good night. How do you end a podcast?